Welcome back. I'm Simon Severino, your business coach. And this week, all of you want to know what my portfolio allocation is, specifically on crypto. Simon, how are you playing the crypto bull run in terms of defense, offense? What's your percentage mix? How do you take your decisions? What are you holding? So I'm happy to share not just my portfolio, which I will share in the end of this video, but also the reasons why I decide in which way, either to enter, to hold, or to exit a position, because you have to take your own decision based on your situation, your time horizon, and your savings rate. Those are the three most important things. So let's dive into it. How I prepare myself for an amazing 2024. What are my top offense plays, my top defense plays? Are we in the beginning of the bull run, in the middle, in the end? Where are we in the cycle? Let's go. And remember that the goal is to live the life of your dreams, the sprint life, where people like Warren Buffett say, I get to do what I like to do every single day of the year. His buddy, Charlie Munger, just died this week. He lived exactly the sprint life. Every day, Charlie Munger woke up to do exactly what he wanted to do. I immensely respect Charlie Munger, and if you have the chance to read any of his books or his letters to shareholders, they are amazing. We are discussing them in our book club, and it's a wealth of knowledge and of wisdom. So respect to Charlie Munger. We stand on the shoulders of you giants, and rest in peace. So let's dive into the portfolio. And the very first thing that I want to share with you regarding portfolio is that it all starts with your savings rate. Okay, so this is important because you can only take risks if you have a revenue source coming in. So for example, I have 36% of my monthly income. I am self-employed, so I decide my monthly income. I know in advance what is my monthly income because I have defined it. And if you're a business owner, that's the first lesson. You set your monthly income before the month starts. Okay, you will define what your monthly salary is in advance. And 36% of that, in my case, goes to investments. Now, you can pick your savings rate. It might be 26%, might be 20%. Pick your monthly savings rate. Of course, the higher, the better. And those savings, I personally distribute on a weekly basis. They are 36% from the monthly income, and I distribute them on a weekly basis into real estate, equities, and digital assets. Whatever your distribution is, you might have bonds in there or commodities or alternatives. Put them in there, make it written. This is where you differentiate. This is the diversification strategy. You will not diversify using our method. You will not diversify in the equities basket or in the digital asset basket. In the basket, we will concentrate. And to study another giant, Peter Lynch, who said in his book Beating the Streets that the average person, that's you and I, we can concentrate on a few good companies, not stocks, companies, while the fund manager is forced to diversify. Think of Katie Wood from ARK. She has to sell Tesla as soon as Tesla pumps. We can keep it for another couple of years and ride it until it doubles one more time. So by owning too many stocks, you lose this advantage of concentration. That's why my personal strategy is I diversify on the portfolio level and I concentrate inside the asset level. I have three types of asset classes: real estate, equities, and digital assets. Inside the bucket, I own only a few and I go heavy into those few. But overall, I diversify. Now, having said that, I have a business that generates revenue every month and I'm self-employed. And that business has systems in place that I will share in the next videos on how to increase my pricing power, the number of clients, and the frequency of those deals. So this is where the money comes from. And I've written a book about it if you want to study it. It's called Strategy Sprints. And now let's go into the portfolio, because that was your question. Simon, what's your portfolio right now? Defense and offense is probably the most important decision in investing. And also your time horizon. So you have decided your monthly savings rate. Congrats. Now you have decided your buckets. Now, if we go into those buckets, I'm zooming into equities and crypto today because that was your question. My defense, this is the risk curve. On the left side, we have defensive stocks, low risk, low reward. In the middle, we have middle risk, middle reward. And then on the right side, high risk, high reward potential. Now, how do we assess those risks? I can do a whole video on the process of assessing those risks. Right now, on the left side, my defensive plays are ASML, semiconductor, Hermes, luxury area, Visa, payments, network with network effects, Meta, Google, Amazon. Those are my defensive plays. You might say, but Amazon is not defensive, it's a growth stock. Yeah, it's a growth stock. But if you think, where will Amazon be in 10 years? To me, it's a defense position because my time horizon for those is 10 years. And it is a very mature, very validated. It works everywhere on the planet. And it has shown that it can be run well even under different management teams. So to me, that's a de-risked position, but I do not expect it to go 3x, 5x. That's what I expect from these boys in the middle here. Bitcoin and Tesla, those are higher risk, and I expect from them over the next 10 years a lot more. But there is also the risk that they go to zero. I don't think the probability is high, but the possibility is there. And then we move to the absolute risky side. Ethereum, Solana, and Pyth. Pyth is on the Solana blockchain, a so-called oracle. An oracle is what a blockchain needs to get the data. It's the source of the data. And the biggest oracle in the blockchain space is Chainlink. And Link is an amazing oracle, but it's slow. It takes 10 minutes to verify the source, to verify the data. So modern exchanges that need real-time data, they are moving to Pyth, which is just, as we speak, 7 days old. I bought it on the second day of its existence. So it's high risk. We don't really know if it will be around in 3 years. That's why it is on the right side, on the highest risk side. Now, how am I allocating in percentages? This is the overview, and I really recommend you create your own risk curve and put on the left side your less risky ones. Of course, real estate is less risky, so it's also on my left side, but I don't track it here because I don't move that around. That's one decision, and that decision goes for 20 plus years. I don't rebalance real estate. It's an illiquid asset. Here, those are liquids, and I rebalance them all the time according to sector rotations and where we are in the business cycle. So let's look at the current rotation and how my portfolio allocation is in there. And by the way, if you say, Simon, but I don't have so much money to invest that I can really let compound for 10 years, then I say, okay, let's work on your sales systems. Let me help you. I help people every Monday in the JVC. It's strategysprints.com/JVC. We coach each other, we help each other become strategic partners. They get my sales tools, so whatever works in my business, I share with them. That's how they fortify their sales pipeline and can increase the savings rate per month. So if we look now at the specific allocation, and this is where of course you have to take your own decisions, but you have asked, so I'm sharing currently. And remember, I diversify on the portfolio level in 3/3, 1/3 real estate, 1/3 crypto, 1/3 equities, but I do not diversify on the asset level. Now on the asset level, I'm heavy Bitcoin and heavy Tesla. That's mainly it. The next position is Solana. They have amazing fundamentals. We have been talking about Solana over the last 2 years. Congrats, by the way, if you survived all that drama and fad around Solana over the last couple of years, and congratulations on your positions. So I am right now Bitcoin 67%, Tesla 11%, Solana 11%, and those are the 3 main positions. The rest I pair trade in and out. So let's say Solana doubles in the next 2 months, then I would take some profits from Solana and put them into the assets that are at the beginning of their S-curve. Right now we are in spring for Bitcoin, and we will move into summer. So the next 660 days I'm holding Bitcoin actually, and then I plan to take profits from there and reshuffle them into the rest. Hope that helps. Let me know what you need next. If you need a zoom in into one of those assets, we can run the due diligence on each of those, and keep rolling.